current obsession is checking out all the hairstyles from the red carpet at the moment. There's some major award ceremonies going on, and I love looking at all the hair, like all the pictures. I'll be online looking at all the pictures for inspiration for hairstyles. One I've seen that I love is the Jessica Chastain braid. It's kind of like a half up ponytail going into a plait. And I'm going to try and recreate it for you today using what I've got here is 2 rows of clip-in extensions. These are the mid to light blonde ombre shade. So you see it's got the darker root. I'm using the clip-ins because this part of your hair under here is going to show through. You can use the clip-in plait that Hair Rehab London do, but also the clip-in plait is 20 inches long. For this style I wanted it a little bit shorter. So these are just some 18-inch hair extensions that I've had cut in a little bit by my hairdresser. So yeah, I've got 2 pieces. I've got the large and the medium, and I'm going to show you how to do it. What we need to do is, first of all, get this top section out of the way, but also another little tip before I even start, which I forgot, is a bit of dry shampoo, which is great for updos. So spray that into the root. The dry shampoo is in. For now, we're just going to create this top section. We're not actually going to put it in the ponytail yet, we're just going to clip it up. I'll show you why in a second. So using your fingers, take this top section back. And for now, we just want to grip this up and out the way. Now we need to decide where to put these 2 rows of hair. If you have really thick hair, you might find you need a couple more rows. And obviously, if you have long, thick hair anyway, you're not going to need the clip-ins. Okay, so I've got the 3 and the 4, which is the biggest piece. You almost want to measure on your head where it will go while still giving you plenty of room above it, plenty of hair, sorry, above it to be able to cover the clip-ins. So I'm going to put mine around there, so you'll see how much hair I've left here. So if we put those in. Now we've got the top one in, it's going to be pretty easy where to put the smaller one. Just grab the top one, pin it up and out the way, and then just find some space underneath. Clip the second one. The clip-ins are in, so we're just going to bring this section down that goes over it. And this is where we need to make sure that the extensions are disguised. So if you kind of bring it into 2 sections at the front, what we're going to do is this hair, just need to take sections and back comb really gently. And then it's almost like you place it over the extensions, then just run your comb back over and almost act like a barrier so nothing will show through, because we do not want to see any clip-ins, okay? So do that around the back as well, and then the same on this side. Once the clip-ins are in and you're happy that you cannot see any, we're going to deal with this top section. So this is the point where you may find you've got some hair to actually bring down over the clip-ins still. You kind of want the line to go up diagonally, so I'm actually going to move this just a little bit to go up. And then that gives me all that extra spare hair to cover any clip-ins if you find that you're struggling to cover them. Do the same on the other side. So with the hair you've got left, you're going to pull that back into a ponytail, which is the fiddly bit, because you just need to get rid of any little lumps and bumps. Then just using a normal hairband, we're going to put that into a ponytail. Then we need to cover the hairband, so grab a small little bit from underneath, or even less than that actually. You don't need, it's just literally to cover the hairband, so if you get quite a small hairband it will make life a lot easier. And then you just wrap that around. Then using a little curvy grip, just get this end section and grip it into the base of the ponytail. And you might need 2 because you notice I've still got that little tuft there. So we're gonna pull that around and put that bit in. And with the ponytail, we just want to make sure it's quite slick, so there's no little flyaways. So just use some hairspray and kind of stick those little bits down. A little tip you might find useful when you're doing hairstyles like this is just keep checking in the mirror to get a little compact. You can't see it, but I've got a mirror in the other side of my room that I can look in, that I can see in this mirror, which is so handy. Okay, so your hair should be looking something like this. So you've pulled it up into the ponytail and then the ponytail's left loose. So our next step is to create another ponytail, but using some pieces from around the side. And obviously bear in mind the clip-ins are in there, so we still don't want them to show. And this ponytail is gonna go over top of this one. So the current ponytail you've got, just leave it where it is and this will sit over the top. So if we take some pieces, I'm going to take almost like a small section. What I've done is grabbed a section over like the corner of the clip-ins and a small section of the clip-ins. You can see that's the clip-ins, that's my hair. And then try and get the same side. I mean, you're not going to get it exactly the same, but try and get similar on the other side. So I've got my 2 pieces. These are going to be, you want to almost like use your fingers to tease them back so they're quite smooth. Do the same on that side. This bit can be a little bit fiddly with the clip-ins, just be really careful that nothing's poking through. So if I give you the back view, it should look something like this. These 2 pieces come to meet in the middle. Then we're going to use a clear band this time. And you're just going to put these 2 pieces into another ponytail. Your hair should currently resemble something like this. Now all that's left to do is the plait. Now on the actress Jessica, she had quite a loose plait at the top, going into a tighter plait at the bottom. So we're going to try something similar. So we're just going to do a normal plait, so separate into 3. And it's just, to make it bigger, you're just kind of not pulling it as tight when you're doing it. I'll try and show you. I always find it easier to bring the plait round to the front when you're doing the ends. Just finish it off there. And then again, using a clear hairband. Secure that. Now a little tip when you're using extensions and doing a plait, a couple of you mentioned that sometimes you have these little bits hanging out. Can you see? So the way to get rid of those is just take hold of them, and it's really easy. You just tuck it back into the plait. So just find somewhere to tuck it away, and then follow it around and tuck it back in. And then just spray it, and that should keep that little piece in place. And just do that with all the little pieces you can find. I've done my plait, so now all that's left to do is just kind of pull this ponytail out a little bit. I just want to make it a little bit wider. And then, like I said before, I can see the back of my hair in the mirror that's on the other side of my room, so it might be a good point now to get a little compact and kind of, you know the score. Just look at the back, check that you're happy with everything, then spray it. To let you know a little secret, this is actually the first time I've even tried to do this hairstyle. It was very much a case of trial and error. I am no hairdresser, so I just look at the pictures and I try and kind of do my interpretation of it. So I hope you like it, and this was my Jessica Chastain Half Up Plait, I guess you'd call it, using 2 rows of clip-ins from Rehab London.